Alright, so in this quick video we're going to be taking a look at this file that was sent to me by a fan. Believe is a fan in Vietnam. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because I know I'm going to butcher it, but he goes by the name of username BMW8889. And he's created his very first character for Crazy Talk and wanted me to take a quick look at it and kind of see what he's done and stuff. So, alright, I have imported it into Crazy Talk Animator, and one of the first things I see obviously is the neck region right there. It's a little bit, well, it's not in its proper layering and stuff. The hands are kind of out here and stuff. So one of the things you need to do is go into the character composer, and quick way to fix that, and really depends on how you layered it in the actual development area where you created this character. So there's the confirm multi-angle settings button here. I'm going to click it one time, and almost instantly the character is at least as far as the layering is concerned is fixed. So not bad. So let's take a quick calibration test. We'll run the default male walk cycle test just to kind of get an idea of how this character moves. You can see that when it walks, that arm there kind of leans a little low there. All this layering stuff is not really a big issue because you can fix it during the actual animation process using the runtime composer and the layering button. So that's not a big deal. Characters for Crazy Talk do have a bit of a limitation with long skirts, dresses, and things of that nature, but something like this could easily be fixed using the joint mask editor. So the way you do that is you select the body sprite of the character and activate the joint mask for it. So notice here, all I'm going to do is make it a little bit bigger and move it down a bit. So when I try to run my calibration test, now that portion is masked and that leg doesn't quite pop out anymore. So let's do the same thing for the other leg. Gonna just move it there and test it out. So you have that right there. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do about that middle section there. Let's try increasing the mask on this middle region here, the torso, and see what that looks like. See, it doesn't really do much for it. So let me take a look at the placement of this. Maybe if we just make it bigger. That might help. Not so much. So let's try it one more time. Let's try by doing that number to it, so it doesn't overlap each other. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to help much. So let's just increase that. Alright, so you're just gonna have to deal with it and adjust it in the actual animation phase, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look at the arms there. See, that arm is out of place. These hands, I take it you use the dummy template file to build this character. I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, that might be taking place on a different angle. There it is. Let's adjust that like that. And let's take a look at it. So it's a little bit better. Not, it's not a big drastic change, but it's more in line with you know, the placement of the bone. So let's take a look at this one more time real quick. Just make this thinner. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna have to do this on all the angles. But once you create a character, oops, it kind of shrunk this part. Let's see here. Yeah, you might have to do a little bit of reconstruction on the original template. It's not too bad. Okay, let me take a look at those joints up here. There's some kind of wacky stuff going on. Maybe move this down like that. Alright, make me a little bit bigger. That looks a little bit better. Notice how the placement of that thing is just still a little off. Let's move this bone up a bit. Let's take a look at the other angle on the other side. Not yet. Yeah, it doesn't really want to comply. Let's take a look at the back angle, because there might be some kind of weird. That's actually not too bad. Look at this. It's not bad. There's just something weird about it. Very strange. Okay. So what we can do, double click this. Okay. Alright, so let's see if that works. No, there's still something affecting that bone there that keeps it from going all the way up there. So another thing that we can try at this point is that since this character is pretty much symmetrical from one side to the other, we can just mirror the right side, which is this side here, your left, our left, her right. We're just gonna go ahead and mirror it and take a quick look at what happens. And, let's see. There we go. Much better. So that's not bad at all. It definitely makes her look a lot nicer. Let's kind of This is a very weird placing of the legs. And we still have the issue with the masking on the bottom leg thing, but I don't think there's a lot we can do about it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's just a layering issue. The masking is working fine now. Alright, the other thing is, at this point, what I'm looking at is that the styles, the drawing styles, you have very fine line work here, and I recognize these hands as being the hands from the dummy template. So you really should go inside of your dummy template file and with the eyedropper tool fix the outlines so that they'll match your character, because it does look very odd to have two different styles on one character. The other note, I mean, she has a very beautiful face. The proportions are pretty much the same exact proportions as the dummy character, which is a male character and don't really lend itself to a feminine character. I mean, she kind of looks a little butch, you know, very manly. Her arms are very thick and very long. So, and here in the U.S., I mean, we might describe that as a bit of a Sasquatch look to her. And so she looks a little bit more of a, I don't know, like an awkward, heavy-set girl as opposed to a cute, you know, a dainty anime character. So, you know, just a style choice you might want to consider. You know, going in there, thinning out the arms, maybe making them shorter. The legs, you know, just kind of tweak them out a little bit, give them more definition. But other than that, I mean, the face is really nice. I can see that you put some work into the eyes as well.
Up, down, left, right, and some natural movement. Eyes closing and blinking. Up, down, left, right, and rolling.
The mirroring option had some effects on your eyeballs there, which probably need to be fixed. It looks like you put some effort into the mouths as well, so that's not too bad. Let's take a look at the character inside of the actual composer area, and the actual animation area here. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and select her, and I'm going to drop an animation file. Let's see here. Let's bring in a female animation. Let's do a female walk cycle. Walk female. Here we go. So let's see. That's not bad. That's 36 frames long. I'm just gonna reduce this to 36, and maybe set it to loop. That way we can take a longer look at her. So the walking motion does give her a bit of a better feminine look to her, but she still looks really big and clunky. Okay, let's see here. So let's pull up the timeline, and here's how you fix some of these issues. Okay, take, like, right here, there's this, well, let's go ahead and just do it there. There's that popping right there, so we're going to just select that layer editor thing, and we're going to click this leg and put it below the hip. Okay, there you go. And see that right there? Put it below that leg. Alright, didn't quite do it. Okay, well, let's try putting this one on top. I don't like it. Sometimes you just gotta play with it. Let's take a quick look. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Let's put that behind the skirt, make sure it's there. Put it on the top. No, we end up with that. Okay, so looks like we're getting a little closer. Let's go back here to the first frame, and we're going to use the 2D editor to adjust her leg. Let's see what that looks like. No, I don't like it. Okay, that's a little bit more, a little better. So let's see, where else are we going wrong? Alright, so notice how the arms just kind of tend to pop up and down here, this little shoulder area. So we're going to go here where it first pops up, right there. That's not what I want. I want this. I think I want the sprite editor. Make sure I got this selection tool. Where's the sprite editor at? Darn it. Keep exiting it out. Just gotta double click it and hope I get it right. Come on, give it to me. Doesn't want to give it to me. Oh, there it was. Damn it, I lost it. Let's see here. Let's try it again. Why is it going out? That's crazy. Alright, oh, you know what? The runtime composer, we can just click like that. There we go. We're going to bring this up here. That bone is not quite in the place it needs to be. Let's see. For some reason it's not letting me go in there and tweak that placement on there, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes it happens. So let's see here. Move this down like this. Oops. Not sure why he did give it to me that time, but hey, not going to complain. So little by little we're fixing it. Sometimes you just have to do it the manual approach. So let's go frame by frame here. Make sure. Alright, now let's take a look at this side. That side, oh, there we go. Let's fix that. Just go back frame by frame, just kind of tweaking out those frames. Alright, let's move this out here. It's not too bad. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Much better. Alright, now let's go back to frame 1 again and just kind of look at big old spots where there's issues, like right there. Alright, that's much better. Let's take a look at this one. Right there. Let's fix that right there. Let's see how that looks. Let's adjust this right there. Alright, let's take a look at it now. So it looks a little bit more convincing, you know. You might want to tweak it out a little bit more, just to refine it. The legs seem to be fairly decent. Let's see here. Let's take a look at, let's see, deformation tools. That puts it a little bit more in line. Okay, so now let's take a look at what else can we take a look at? Let's see here. Body, legs. The sprites. Those joint masks. Seem to be doing anything for you. Okay, well, it doesn't look too bad now. This thing with the leg here is kind of weird. So let's take a look at that really quick. Right there. Boom. So let's select this. Let's go into 3D editor. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit more tweaking and you can get it nice and perfect. Let's see. There we go. It looks a little bit nicer. So now that walk cycle is a little bit more customized for that specific character. And so now naturally you don't want to have to do this all the time. So what you want to do is turn on the collect clip option here and enable everything. And we're going to select everything and go to export perform. Call it anime girl walk. We'll save it. So let's say we have a let's see here. Well, first of all, you can save your characters. So all the sprite modifications that you've done, you keep them saved. So let's see here, save. Let's get rid of this. We're going to go to the composer. So file, save character, blah blah blah. Anyways, so you have your character here, and you can bring in another copy of the character. Alright. Notice how her shoulder is all weird. Okay, so now basically that walk cycle that we created, we could, because I mean, we could always, if we go back to the animation area, we'll try to use the original walk cycle. We end up with that same different one. Let's see here. See the popping right there, all this stuff here, whereas this has like the nice modifications that we did to it. So what we want to do is use our own custom walk cycle now, this one. Alright, so let me edit, undo. Okay, so now basically she's moving, she's not. I'm going to take that performance cycle, drop it in her, and take a quick look at it. Man, that shoulder's still giving us issues. Let's see here. I guess it doesn't like it being down there. There you go. So going forward, if you want to save this motion, you could just go to the motion editor, animation, custom. Alright, so let's go here, perform. So like that, plus. Girly walk. Okay, so at any time I can, delete the motions, remove animation. Here we go. So I got that right there. Oops. Okay, let's go to frame 1. Alright, so if we hit there, it shouldn't move at all. And if I want to drop this in there, I could just bring it back. And I guess that animation was done with that shoulder being all crazy up there with the adjustments and stuff, but it's not a bad thing to put up with once you know how to work with it. Let's go ahead and make this timeline a little longer now. 600. Let's see here. Let's replicate it. Gonna go to here. That's good enough. Alright. Okay, so let's just gonna give her a quick animation. We're gonna move her back there. Place her right here. And go to this frame here. Bring her in forward. Somewhere in the middle, just curve it a little bit, not too much. So now she looks like she's walking towards us very slowly. Let's take a look at it in the 3D view. Somewhere back there, she should be back there somewhere. There she is. She's still sliding a bit, so let's adjust that. And she's definitely sliding now. More forward. Oops. Let's try that. She's still sliding a little bit, but it's you know, a little more forgivable. Let's move her back here. It's a little bit more in step. Okay, that's decent. Let's see, it's 325. It's not bad. Let's take a look at the camera view. Okay, so now let's just make a little camera motion, just something very simple and basic. Yeah, let's start right there. We're gonna follow her a little bit. Go to the end. Zoom in. Stop right there. Not bad. Let's drop a basic scene in there. Let's see here. Project scene. Let's just drop just the basic stuff in there. Let's see here. One of the pre-made scenes. I don't really like any of these. Let's see here. let's see what that looks like. Let's get rid of this. Just make that really big. Don't need that. Just push it as far back as I can. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Just leaving that there for depth. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. It's, you know, kind of cute. So we're just gonna export it. Let's see. Nice and small. We don't need anything big. Test. Okay, just a little bit more. And it's almost there. Done. Yeah, let's take a look at it. And there's our animation. It's a very cute character. Okay, so I think you've done a really good job with this character. You know, maybe go back and tweak out some of those things that I suggested. You know, make the hands a little bit more feminine, the arms a little bit more feminine. Everything else looks fairly decent. Maybe make her a little shorter. The head is fine. And that's it. Thanks for sharing your character with me. I had a lot of fun playing around with it, so hopefully this video gives you some tips on how to proceed with going forward with your project. Alright, that's it. Talk to you guys later.